we honestly did not know whether the allegations were true when we started doing the story. And that, for me, it was a very classic investigation, because if it was true, it was an enormous fraud, because his entire story of being the cancer hero who had gone on to win 7 Tour de France's was built on a lie, and there was a lot of money involved, and people's lives had been damaged in the process. So we went about doing exactly what you were talking about, which is people and documents, people and documents. So we basically said, if this is true, there are hundreds of people who know about it, and they've kept it secret all these years. So we need to find them. So we made lists of every single person who had ever touched Lance Armstrong's life. We definitely, piggybacked on the brilliant reporting of many other journalists and book writers who had worked on this for years. And, we found people like Betsy Andreu, who was the wife of a rider who had ridden with Armstrong, was very close to Armstrong, and then had gotten screwed over and left. We had 5 people working full-time for 3 months, and that was Michael Radutsky, Tanya Simon, Keith Sharman, Flora Tartakovsky, and me, starting in February 2001. By March of 2001, we were meeting with Tyler Hamilton, who did not want to talk and did not want to go on 60 Minutes, and we had to convince him and work through the process with him of what it would be like to actually tell the truth. He told us that it was true. He laid out the whole story for us off the record. So then we had to go through the process of getting him to agree to go on the record, which was extremely difficult for him. He hadn't even told his mother. So at that point, he basically had to make the decision that he was going to tell everyone in his life that he had been a fraud. And I'm getting upset just even thinking about it, because he's a very sweet person, and this was extremely difficult for him and every other rider who actually went on the record with us, or the ones who went off the record with us. It was extremely difficult for them, because the omerta in the sport was so severe that people were literally trembling when they would talk to us about it on the phone. People were literally terrified of what would happen to them and what would happen to everyone they knew once it was revealed that there had been this massive conspiracy. So again, it was real shoe leather reporting, calling. We called probably 40 cyclists who had crossed the world of Lance Armstrong. We called maybe 100 other people who were support teams, for Lance, whether it be the masseuse or the, personal assistant, or this person, that person. And we also had several undercover sources who I still to this day can't name, who also helped us to be completely convinced that we were right. So we ran that story in May of 2011 with Tyler Hamilton, and we had probably 4 or 5 other riders confirming everything, but many of them off the record. We also ran a story, we were attacked by Lance Armstrong after that story ran. He sent a letter to executive editor of 60 Minutes, executive producer of 60 Minutes, Jeff Fager, in the middle of the night, sent it to every newspaper in the country, and we didn't get it till 7 a.m. when Fager woke up. By that time, it was already all over every headline that Lance Armstrong demands an apology from CBS News 60 Minutes. And in the public's eye, I think it really did stir doubt, and they didn't believe our story was true. And I remember even my father said to me, "So, what are you going to do? Are you going to apologize?"